Hi dear audience, welcome back to our series of interpreting ancient Chinese Taoist classics. After exploring Tai Jin Hua Zhongzhe, Qing Jing Jing, Zhuangzi Xinzhai, and Zuo Wanglun, today we move on to another core classic closely linked to them, Baopuzi, Neipian, written by Zhi Hong, a famous Taoist scholar in the Eastern Jin dynasty. This book integrates Taoist inner alchemy, immortality thought, and practical cultivation methods, and we will interpret it in 3 episodes, exploring how to pursue spiritual purity and inner transcendence through Taoist practice. First, let's clarify the connection between Baopuzi, Neipian, and our previous classics. Like Tai Jin Hua Zhongzhi, it centers on inner alchemy cultivation, focusing on nourishing the spirit and refining the inner self. It shares the pursuit of purifying the mind and eliminating distractions with Qing Jing Jing, and inherits the detachment from material desires advocated by Zhuangzi Xinzhai and Zuo Wanglun. The key difference is that Baopuzi Neipian combines theoretical elaboration with practical skills, making Taoist inner alchemy more systematic and operable for daily practice. Let's get to know the author Zhi Hong first. He was a versatile scholar in the Eastern Jin dynasty, proficient in Taoism, medicine, and literature. Unlike pure Taoist priests who lived in seclusion, Zhi Hong integrated academic research with practical cultivation, and summarized his lifelong insights into Baopuzi, which is divided into Neipian inner chapters and Weipian outer chapters. Neipian focuses on Taoist cultivation and immortality thought, while Weipian involves politics and ethics. Today we focus on the core part of Taoist wisdom, Neipian. The core thought of Baopuzi, Neipian, is cultivating the inner self and refining the spirit. Zhi Hong believed the human body and spirit are inseparable. Only by keeping the mind pure, abandoning excessive desires, and nourishing the spirit through proper methods, can we achieve harmony with the Tao. This aligns perfectly with the spiritual transcendence of Tai Jin Hua Zhongzhi, and the merging with the Tao and Zuo Wanglun, forming a coherent Taoist cultivation system. Many may misunderstand Baopuzi Neipian as a book about pursuing immortality. In fact, its core is not eternal physical life, but spiritual transcendence, breaking free from the bondage of desires and trivialities to achieve inner peace and freedom. This echoes the wisdom of Xinzhai and Qing Jing Jing, emphasizing that the ultimate value of Taoist practice lies in spiritual purification. In this episode, we have a basic understanding of Baopuzi Neipian, its author, core connotation, and connection with previous classics. In the next 2 episodes, we will focus on the core cultivation concepts and practical methods in Baopuzi Neipian, and explore how to apply this ancient wisdom to modern life. See you next episode. Hi everyone, welcome back to our interpretation of Baopuzi Neipian. Last episode we learned that this book integrates Taoist inner alchemy and spiritual cultivation. Today we will focus on its 2 core cultivation concepts, fostering virtue and refining the spirit, and nourishing Qi, which are closely connected with the previous classics and form a complete practice logic. The first core concept is fostering virtue as the foundation. Zhi Hong stressed that Taoist cultivation cannot be separated from virtue. Only by accumulating kindness and doing good deeds can we lay a solid foundation for inner practice. This is not a simple moral constraint, but a necessary condition for spiritual purification. Just as Qing Jing Jing teaches us to purify the mind from the root and Zuo Wanglun advocates abandoning desires, fostering virtue eliminates inner impurities and purifies the spirit. Ge Hong pointed out that virtue and Tao are inseparable. A person with insufficient virtue cannot truly understand the essence of the Tao, nor can he achieve spiritual transcendence. This idea complements the inner purification in Zhuangzi's Xinjai. External kindness and inner purity are mutually promoting, and only when both are achieved can we move towards the state of merging with the Tao. The second core concept is refining the spirit and nourishing Qi, which is closely linked to the inner alchemy cultivation in Taoism Huazhangzi. Zhihang believed that Qi is the fundamental energy of the human body and the bridge connecting the self and the Tao, nourishing. Qi means keeping the body and mind calm, avoiding excessive consumption of energy, and accumulating the inherent Qi of the body. Refining the spirit is based on nourishing Qi. When Qi is sufficient and unobstructed, the spirit can be nourished and stabilized. This is similar to listening with Qi in Zuo Wanglun and nourishing the spirit with purity in Tai Jin Hua Zhangzi. It requires us to let go of distractions, focus on the inner self, and integrate spirit and Qi into a harmonious state. It is worth noting that the refining the spirit and nourishing Qi in Baopuzi, Neipian does not advocate extreme asceticism. Zhihang believed that cultivation should be integrated into daily life, maintaining a moderate diet, regular work and rest, and a peaceful mind, which is consistent with the integrating practice into daily life concept of Xinjai and Zuo Wanglun. In this episode, we have mastered the two core cultivation concepts of Baopuzi, Neipian. In the next episode, we will explore the practical methods of these concepts and their contemporary value, and see how to use them to relieve modern anxiety and gain inner peace. See you next episode. Hi, dear audience. Today, we wrap up our interpretation of Zhihang's Baopuzi, Neipian. In the past two episodes, we understood its core connotation and cultivation concepts. Today, let's focus on the most practical topic. What inspiration can this ancient Taoist classic bring to our modern lives? First, fostering virtue as the foundation reminds us to return to inner moral pursuit. In modern society, many are trapped in chasing material interests and neglect inner virtue cultivation, leading to anxiety and emptiness. Just as Qingjingjing teaches us to purify the mind, fostering virtue tells us true fulfillment comes from inner kindness and integrity, not external possessions. Secondly, refining the spirit and nourishing Qi offers a stress relief method for modern people. We are surrounded by work pressure, information overload, and fragmented lives every day, which consume energy and disturb the mind. The nourishing Qi, by calming the mind method in Baopuzi, Neipian, similar to restraining the mind in Zuo Wanglun, lets us replenish energy and relieve anxiety by slowing down, focusing on the present and keeping the mind peaceful. Furthermore, Baopuzi, Neipian teaches us to balance desire and life. Zhihang advocated abandoning excessive desires but not denying basic life needs, which is a valuable reminder for modern people. We often pursue more material wealth and social status, leading to overwork and mental exhaustion. Just like Zhuangzi's Xinjai teaches us to let go of attachments, this classic reminds us to keep desires within a reasonable range and live a simple and peaceful life. The core value of Baopuzi, Neipian, lies in telling us that the pursuit of spiritual freedom is never outdated. Whether in ancient times or modern society, the root of human anxiety is the bondage of desires and the loss of inner self. This book, together with previous classics, tells us that only by purifying the mind, fostering virtue, and refining the spirit can we achieve inner peace in the turbulent world. That's all for our interpretation of Baopuzi, Neipian. together with Taiyi Jinhua Zhangzi, Qing Jing Jing, Zhuangzi's Xinjai, and Zhua Wanglun. It forms a complete system of Taoist inner cultivation wisdom. Next, we'll continue interpreting the next closely related classic. Do you want to hear the next one from our recommended list? Welcome to leave your comments below. See you in the next episode.